Good morning. I'm in Austin, Texas again at Stan's house. Gonna make myself some breakfast here. I'm excited for today. I should hear back from the mechanic today on the inspection of the Snap-on truck that I'm interested in. So if you've been waiting to hear about that, hopefully we'll hear something here in a few hours this morning. Well, good news. I just got off the phone with the mechanic who did the inspection. This is a diesel mechanic shop. I guess they do fleet services for a bunch of different diesel vehicles. So they have a whole service staff. They had a receptionist, everything like that. So I called the receptionist to connect me to service, and they're emailing over a report for me of everything that they found on the vehicle. The service writer guy just briefly described on the phone. He said everything looks fantastic mechanically, and the vehicle, he said there's a couple items to note in the report. The only thing that was a slight concern, he said, was that the light is on the dash for the alternator. So I guess like your engine light and stuff like that, there's one for the alternator, and that's on. So I called to the guy who's selling the truck, and he said, well, that's because they replaced the alternator with the generic one, and I guess he's the first owner. They replaced the generic one with a oversized, optimized, robust alternator, and the mechanic who did that install did not wire back up the wire for the dash because it knows it's a different alternator, and the current coming off of it is much higher, I guess, than the normal one. So it's going to be flagged anyway because it's a different alternator in there. But it is charging, and the mechanic said it looks like it's charging. So everything appears really fantastic with the vehicle. Like there's no real issues. I'm going to look at the report here in a few minutes and see what else it says about the condition of the brakes, the tires, the body, things like that. Well, I just checked my email and I got the inspection report from the mechanic, so everything looks really good. So basically here it says the front end's tight, everything looks good. Tires on the front are at 40% and rear at 80%. The brakes on the front are 40% on the front and 80% on the rear. So I guess probably in the next year, 6 months to a year, I probably need to replace the front tires and have some brake work done, but probably safe for the next few months. Alternator lights on, which we mentioned. Runs good, drives good, no leaks. Differential U-joints are good, cross members tight, and it looks like there's some slight bend on the corners of the body. Forgot to mention that the guy, when I spoke to him on the phone, said that it looked like the truck, when it went off of curbs, that the curb sort of dented the back end behind the rear wheel, but between like the rear bumper and the rear wheels. Here's some photos of the interior. I think this is the back door, so I'm gonna look through this. Let's see. And here's the tires. This looks like the engine underneath. It doesn't look like there's any rust under there. Oh, here's the back end. Looks like just a little crinkle there. I don't think that's a big deal for me. So I'm really excited about the report. It seemed like all green lights all the way around. So I called up the owner and I decided to make an offer and negotiate. So we did settle on a price, and I agreed to send a deposit up there to have him hold the vehicle for me. So the vehicle's on hold. I just need to book a flight and arrange to get up there. It's just outside of New York City, a little bit south of there in New Jersey. I'll fly up there, do a little test drive, last minute little inspection. Pretty sure everything's going to be fantastic with it, and then drive it back from New Jersey to Austin. So I'm way stoked. I'm really excited. I guess I just need to look into things like insurance, how to get the title or temporary permit, registration, and let's see, oh yeah, and I need to put my current box truck, the van I have now, up for sale. So if you know somebody interested in that, then appreciate any input there. So I've got to put together a Craigslist ad for that today and move forward. Lots of things to do. So exciting stuff for me. That's all I have for this episode. Thank you for watching. Savor the moment, be happy, pursue your passions. See you next episode.